LAN-Lubbers, it's me, your Captain Vasco speaking, and welcome. It's another Saturday night. This time it is Saturday, September 13th, 2025. Everything's bad, like all the time. My Pokemon plush didn't even show up today. They concerningly seem like they're in limbo because like they've been like departing from like shipping facilities within the state I live in for the past 2 days without making any measurable progress. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so the point of that story is that normally on Saturdays for a really high portion of this year, I think, I've been playing Blueprints, a game that I'm still not quite sure I'm done with. I had another frustrating experience last time I played it, which has become more and more commonplace, and I definitely don't think I will come close to like finishing the game on stream or anything like that. But I'm really stubborn, and I like to suffer publicly because I hate myself or something. I don't know. There's probably therapy might help with that. I don't know what's going on there, but it's led to whatever this is, and yeah. So like yesterday, I was playing a much less confounding puzzle game, and I was still getting like kind of frustrated with it, and I was just like, maybe I'm just so completely overtaxed from being alive that like I should not invite that evil on myself. And I've been meaning to make some time for these train games that moderator of the stream and friend of the stream Demolition gifted to me for my birthday, and I just really haven't done that at all. And I put on a list of like things. I was like, hey, here's some stuff that like doesn't sound like it will stress me out. What would you like to do as a replacement for Blueprints? And the support was overwhelmingly variety train games. So now we're doing that. We have 3 of them. I've downloaded all of them. The only one I've booted up at all is the first one that we're gonna play, which this one is called hang on. I put it in the... This one is called... This is Train Valley Origins. And this is the one that I have most concerns about being stressful at all, mostly just because... Well, you know what? I'll let the game explain it, because it seems like it's like it seems like it's what the game is all about. Chris is calling Somnium Files less confounding and being correct is horrifying. Yes, isn't it? Isn't that troubling? But yeah, so the first thing that I want to... The first game that I want to play with you, just because I do this every time I start a new game. So here's the music we were listening to when I was like doing last prep to start the stream, right? This is a somewhat reasonable volume for the music. It's maybe not perfect. I kind of just like adjusted it based on the audio mixer, which is a good but not great estimator of these things. What percentage of the bar do you think is full at this volume of music? Like, considering how loud the music might be in a video game, like what volume do you think this is? I complain a lot about how like I boot up video games and they like the sound mixing just seems like it was done by someone who's like hard of hearing or just has never handled audio before. 100%. One of these days that's gonna be the thing. Like one of these days I'm gonna make a point of this, and like I'll ham it up like I normally do, and it will just be 100%. I'm like, look, they actually did it good. That's not today. Let me show you. Let me go ahead and show you. This should be working. This one doesn't have a hard percentage, but like here's 100. I was thinking of doing the thing where I just like give you the full volume for a second, but like let's not do that today. But like yeah, this is maybe like 10%. Which, like, I think I've seen worse, but, like, that means that 100% is quite loud. Also, I'm going to point out that this menu that this is, like, the only thing I've looked at in the game that wasn't, like, the trailer. It has a start levels paused toggle that defaults to off. And I put it on because what little I know about this game makes me think I want that on, but it's interesting that is a toggle and that it defaults to off. I don't know. We'll see how this captures or if I have to mess with it. I haven't done anything to see how these will like play or whatever. Thank you for making us not suffer. Frankly, I was mostly concerned about Neko. I feel like most other people would appreciate the bit enough that I would do it for a second and then be like, isn't this bad? And then we would stop. But yeah, I think every one of these 3 games, because I briefly looked at all their, like, Steam pages today. I think all of them have had, like, some major, like, free update in the last, like, year. One of them... I don't remember which one of the other 2 had just like a list of really funny ones. It was like the long-awaited more than one train update, and then like one before that was like trains go backwards now. It was just like, what's going on in that game? But yeah, let's go ahead and try Train Valley Origins and see what the experience, like I have some sense of how this one works. I'm a little less clear on the other 2. Oh, we're gonna start in the United Kingdom. There's an experience system. There's one thing that's actually interesting too, to extrapolate from that menu that we looked at before, which is, it says start levels pause, which means that it has like a hard level structure, which I wasn't really expecting from any of these games. Can trains go backwards, or do they operate on kangaroo rules? I don't know that I'm familiar with kangaroo rules. I think of that more like shark rules. Sharks don't go backwards, but they have to move, right? That's what I think of as like jet rules, and I think trains are similar to a point. Trains can go backwards. Kangaroos can't walk backwards. I've learned something new. Someone write that down in your copybooks. I'm gonna click the farm. Level 2 is Big Ben, which is a wild jump. Oh yeah, I didn't turn the sound effect volumes down as low. It feels like maybe I need to do that too. Let's build your first railroad. Alright. Let me just go ahead and yeah, can I do I have like escape powers settings? Let me just, how do we put, honestly, I'm gonna turn the music down even a little further. I just want it to be like background, you know? It might be a little low. I don't know. I'm somewhere in the area. We'll see how loud all that is. Do I have to... Oh, hang on. I just clicked the wheat. Yeah, okay. Uh-huh. This seems fine. Yeah, so, this game is about making sure the trains don't explode. That's what this one is. I think, based on the level structure, I guess it's a puzzle game. The way it's, like, shown in the trailer kind of made me think it was just, like, a real-time, not strategy game, but, like, a real-time, like, plate-spinning game, I think is how I described it at one point. I was not expecting an explosion. Yeah, I kind of wanted to let the game just show you what happens. Train Lemmings? I think I kind of thought it was like Train Lemmings, but it's not quite that. I do appreciate that it immediately says no one was harmed, but like also it's very silly. Let's build a bypass route to keep your train safe. I don't know, that was pretty funny. Like, we could just like do it again. Okay. The track boxes are a little weird or something. Also try sending another train. Alright. Should I send the other one? Or no? Press the train's icon to stop the train. Okay. You can stop, launch, or reverse it at any time. I'm like train god. Press the switch to change the direction. Ah, didn't realize that's what that was indicating. Buy another locomotive to speed things up. Oh, down here. Let's try sending wheat to the windmill again. I'm sure it'll go better this time. This time for sure. Cool. And then, is it cool if I, like, send this one? Locomotive man, full power over any and all trains. I like to imagine some weird variant on the, like, you know, the old, like, Superman, like, series of superlatives? He's like, faster than a locomotive. Like, it's just Locomotive Man. He manipulates locomotives. That's the whole thing. So unhappy this week I didn't also pick up Choo Choo Charles. I'll tell you for free that I would not play Choo Choo Charles on stream, even like having a pretty good idea of what it's like. And like, it's not that it, listen, there's not a lot of things I'm like scared of, but like playing like a first person shooter on stream, even if it's like kind of a quirky, fun train horror thing, like it's just not realistically happening. What is Choo Choo Charles? Oh, if you like legitimately don't know about Choo Choo Charles, it's basically like, what if there was like an evil Thomas the Tank Engine that had like spider legs and like haunted a small island? That's Choo Choo Charles. You have to like go all over this little island, like trying to help people out and gather supplies and stuff. Like it's like a narrative game. There's like a plot to it. But like all the while, like this horrible spider train is like chasing you around. You have to like shoo it off with like bullets and things. Also, one thing I will note, I don't know if I've ever talked about this on stream. If I knew that we would have ended up in this situation, I probably would have tried to retrieve. As a kid, I had this incredibly cool thing, which was like a Thomas the Tank Engine like plush train shed that had little like doors that opened up so that you could put little plush who was it? I think it was Thomas, Percy, and James, like little bitty plush trains with the faces on them. And then so it like looked like a train shed and you could just like sort of put them in it. But then it also had zippers on the edges so you could like zip it out into like a little railway map. It's like one of the coolest things that's like ever existed. I probably would have got this over at in my room at my parents' house. I'm so over what if childhood thing but scary. Like, I think a few of those have brought something of merit to the video game landscape, but like I think it's way overplayed and I'm not a huge fan of the idea. Yeah, Thomas, Percy, and James. I thought so. I thought it was one of each color. It'd be weird if there was like double blue. Because it says, honestly, Thomas the Tank Engine's already scary. Weird, creepy face train. Disagree. Alright, you can manage trains and switches while paused. Press play or spacebar when ready. Okay. A new station appeared. Connected to your railroad. I feel like it was there the whole time, to be honest with you. I mean, how do I get back into... Okay. New trains will appear on a schedule, but you can order an additional train anytime for free. Didn't I have to pay like a large sum of gold for a train before? What do you mean I can order one for free? Nicely done. Deliver all trains and complete tasks before the timers run out and earn bonus stars. I'm unlikely to accomplish that. Okay, so wait, what am I doing? This is... I think I need to send... The blue train here was a mistake, is the thing. Actually, I suppose I can... Aren't I supposed to be able to make it go backwards? Isn't that something? Let me go ahead and send this guy to wheat. I don't know what I'm doing. Nah, I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I sent that there for some reason. Is there a reset button for, like, when you're bad at video games? Okay, so, like, let's... Okay. I'll say this. I'm a little bit of an idiot. I sort of understand what these icons are doing. It's not like the most intuitive thing in the world. Like, the little circle, is it wants me to send a blue train or something? Zaga says, I'll say one of the nice things about the hotel I work at is we're 100% cashless, but some people react very poorly to that fact. The thing is just that, like, you gotta know, right? Like, I went with my parents and my brother and his kids to Legoland. Was that just last December? I guess so. It's been a year. And like, I don't think there were like obvious signs anywhere, including like a couple establishments we tried to like get refreshments from, and like they were just like, no, we don't take cash. But it's like it's for like a theme park day, it's like really easy to just like have some loose cash and be like, yeah, I'm just gonna like deal with this as quick whatever. But like they acted like we were insane for having like cash on us, but like there wasn't like anything anywhere that I saw. Like it was only like angry cashiers like complaining that we didn't already know their hidden rules. So like I get that being a benefit, but like you gotta know. If you don't know, well, you don't know. Alright, so I'm sending... No, is the little icon what it has? I feel like there's gotta be a better way to, like, convey that information. You know what, just, like, send it. Just send it. And then, like... Was that good? Did you want that? I mean, a train came out of blue, but it had wheat in it, and I don't really understand that at all. So, like, now is there... I just, like, there's like, something I find confusing about this. Okay, so two of these have little wood icons. Okay, so the little icon is like the next train that's gonna come, right? Okay. So then what is the big... I guess the big house with the resource icon tells you the end destination for that resource at all times, which doesn't feel like that's how resource transportation works. There's something I find confusing about this. Me, the first time I felt attracted to a man. I mean, that's society's fault, right? I don't know. Okay, so where's the next? So you just want to go straight across. That's cool. I'm not getting any extra stars on this for sure. Are the trains just spawning every so often? Yeah, I'm a little stupid for this game. Also, hi, King. Sorry, you did come in and introduce... Ooh, if I try to scroll up in chat, it also zooms in on the island. That's fun. That's a fun thing I can do. Yeah, we got like a... Yeah, WASD... Everything's spawning like really slow, but I'm not paused, right? I feel very stupid for this game, and we haven't like done anything yet. Uh-huh. And like you also want to go there, and then like shortly thereafter you want to go... Let's do that. Hey, what happens if it... I mean, it's... I'm sure the answer is just it explodes, right? I'm on level 1 of speed. I suppose that is true. ZXC. Okay. But I need... Oh, the timing on this is gonna be a bit of a mess. So we'll send that, and then like immediately do that. I feel like my intelligence is being insulted because I did very little and was very confused, and I got 4 stars and like a bunch of achievements and things. I got points for no explosions. That's cool. Also, I will point out that I think I missed the target. I think the target was 3 minutes, and I missed it by a second. But like, I mean, I guess by the nature of how this game works, it makes sense that you're incentivized to just have the playback on faster. It's kind of like unintuitive to me, but I see why that would be true. The only thing I would say about that in terms of like this first level is like, I don't feel like the game specifically called out like, you'll do better if you toggle the speed. Like, I feel like if we're gonna commit to a tutorial, I feel like maybe it should just be like, by the way, you may want to speed it up. What is this? Is this a booster pack of trains? Is this literally a booster pack of trains? What do I do with a booster pack of trains? Can I go to Big Ben real quick? I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think that Big Ben has this much countryside around it. Upgrade your locomotive for even better performance. I mean, even better implies that I have a good performance, and I don't think that we're there yet. Okay, so hold on. I mean, I guess I start with just like this. I mean, I assume that this level is going to tell me what I do about this incline. Or also kind of what this deal is. This is a little not obvious. Did the ship say it was the Titanic? I can't say I caught that. Alright, so we have 2 trains. It didn't really tell me how to upgrade train, did it? It just sort of said I should do that. Is that... I mean, okay. How about... Oh, I should probably, I'll let it go for now. Since only one of these is, like, spawning a guy, it's probably cool to just have the basic track for now. But now that there's a second one, let's go back into, track mode. Hang on. Oh, nope, that's not what I want. Oh, I have to spend money to clear that tree, I suppose. That's fair. That seemed loud. Yeah, okay, so for now, there should be a train coming out of here, and that's fine. Wait, didn't we? Hang on, didn't we? I thought the timer already spawned. Does that mean there's boats in the train game? This isn't what I signed up for. It is odd, isn't it? So I think that this brick train... Oh, Hey, gang! Bad news! Apparently a train was spawning down here where I wasn't looking. Maybe put the portrait in the lower left corner. There is stone nothing under the camera right now. Oh, click the portrait. Click the portrait? Okay, time was run. Listen, we're on level 2. I kind of thought that... I don't know where this would go. Like, the game hasn't taught me either how to go up an incline or how to go across a river. These are things... There was a tutorial in this game. Like, I kind of figured it would explain. So... Can you just draw? Maybe, but, like, again... It seems like something you don't take for granted. I'm playing this game for the first time. Some games have special rules for that sort of thing. So I need to... It's unclear to me, like, what kind of path... I guess... I mean, this sucks. Also, I don't even know what this thing is. Like, I started this level by being like, I am sure the game is going to tell me what to do with this. And they were just like, lol, no. But, like, I assume I need to connect this, but what does it do? Like, what does this do? Alright, so this is grass going here. And then they're both spawning... Gang, I have no idea what I'm doing, if that's not abundantly clear. Oh, that's fun. And incline is, like, forced to be pretty bad, huh? So, I send grass here, that's fine. Then I generate 2 blue trains. So these might as well be in the blue train configuration as... No, this has to go through there first. But then I can toggle that. Okay. So do that and that. And that's fine. And then I'll just switch this if I'm good, which I'm not. Definitely worried about the brick train coming out of here. That sounds bad. I think I could work this. That timing seems bad. So that's like that. I think that would have been a very near collision. I might be wrong about that. So I want that to go that way, and that'll be the next train. And then this is just going straight across. Oh, now wood's over there. Okay. Might need to, that's actually probably fine, right? Well... No, because of the way that's curved, we'd have to do like that, which isn't good. That's like a lot of junctions. So that's going straight across. Next thing to spawn is grass, which is very similar route to what we're doing here, and that's fine. Yeah, straight across, and then you'll go through there. And I think we're gonna have like another near collision. I think we'll do it. So that's brick. And then you want to send to... It's, I guess blue is people. Did you know that bamboo is grass? Honestly, that makes sense. So you're going there, that's good. And you're going there, and that's fine. I didn't do good. Also, a train exploded. I didn't get a booster pack of trains. Let's go ahead and tunnel through. Also, I mean, just like another, just like a personal thing. Why was that one Big Ben? Why was it called Big Ben? In a game like this, I would kind of expect that to be, like, an integral part of, like, something important about the level. But it just kind of was there. Like, it just seems weird. Like, it could just be any old... Why is it Big Ben? I don't know. Don't understand what triggers winning. I don't either. I mean, like, there's stuff on the right-hand side. Like, is it just, like, a specific money goal? I don't know, man. Tunnel building mode. Go through any terrain starting from the highlighted tile. What? Tunnel building mode. Is that what is this? What? What's tunnel building mode? The tutorial on this is not great. I've seen worse, but it's not great. It just started me like, I don't know what it's talking about. Do not destroy objects with total over 15,000. Complete level in 5.5. Yeah, like, I don't know what the... It does feel like there should be a specific goal. I guess the goal is like send 15 trains, and if I like commit to buying more trains and running more at the same time, it happens faster. I guess that's it. Well, like, these are more like, these are closer to achievements, I think, because like these get you like the stars, but they don't actually like determine what ends the round. But like they're like, you know, just do the tunnel mode, just enter the hanging mode, and I'm like, okay, but like, what does that mean? So okay, so apparently these like dead end tracks will become stations, which like the game also kind of didn't explain. But like, how do I do the tunnel thing? How do I do that? Like, what do you think you've taught me, game? Okay, so this one's trying to get over here, which sucks. Is there any requirement that said none of the 15 trains can collide and explode? No, it doesn't seem to work like that. It seems like you can blow them up, it's just bad. Like, you lose money and score and stuff. So are we saying that will just tunnel through? I genuinely am unclear on this. Accidentally right-clicked. I get that there are limits to the angles that the tracks can turn, but getting it to recognize some of them is a little awkward. This is probably really bad, huh? There's just not, like, a lot of ways the trains can go. Game is like, tunnel mode, you know, the mode with tunnels, you know? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not that the concept of making tunnels is that difficult. I just, like, that pop-up didn't explain anything to me. They were just like the highlighted tile will be a tunnel in tunnel mode. And I'm like, great. Which highlighted tile and what is tunnel mode? I don't have a lot of space to work with here, and so on some level this seemed like it made a lot of sense, but like we are like for sure gonna see some trains explode. Also, I think this has to be something. Oh, this is a hot mess. So, okay, let me do this. So you gotta get to white and you gotta get to green. So that's gotta happen. Oh boy, this is bad. Can I like destroy the house? This is horrible. Okay. Oh, you know what? Let's like buy a third train. I don't know. All right, so now you want to get to... I want to get to blue, but that doesn't work that way because I'm an idiot. I guess those are like two parallel. Okay, that's really bad. It's really bad. If you had an outer track going along the upper right-hand side of the island, I mean, maybe. Like, I think basically I've done too bad a job to fix this. Like, I could enter demolition mode. I think we're just gonna run the disaster scenario. Are those cows? Yeah. You can displace them for a surprisingly large sum of money. So you're generating that, which means that, boy, you have to take the longest road to nowhere. Look, it's not fine, and that's okay. Yeah, that's all fine. This on the other hand, this one's not fine. This one's gonna be a big stinking problem. So I need that, and then probably gonna have to stop the blue train in here is my guess. Oh no, that's actually fine. And then we just run that all the way along to here, except like this is like a big problem. Also, like, can I okay, that does work. And that actually would have solved this problem, but that's okay because there would have been a conflict anyway, and this works around it. I don't think it costs that much to move one cow. Yeah, but it's the concept, like the cow represents many cows. If you're familiar with the I think you should leave memes, that one egg was 2 eggs. Alright, so you're fine going that way, and then I'm gonna send this guy on like the short path. And then you're gonna go up there, and you're gonna go around the long way. None of this is optimal, nor is it good. But I do think that the landscape here is, like, deliberately supposed to be a problem. Oh, I don't love you being the... Choose a station to build. Now I have agency over this? It's really interesting what the game chooses to tutorialize and the degree to which it does that. This is a nude egg I just won from my video game. Okay, I see that you are familiar with I think you should leave memes. And you're correct, you're not in trouble at all. I don't think I care which, like, mine, I guess? I don't know. Alright, so you're going the long way. Ooh, where are you going? You're milk. Which is fine. That's probably fine. Oop, hang on. I think that one will toggle on its own, but... Okay, so what do we got now? Now we got... That's just grain, that's fine. And then you'll take the long way to milk. That sounds good. Don't love this. That's probably fine though. You're probably gonna need to stop just for a second. Yep, that's all good. Oh, and now the new station's here. You're going to blue, okay? I like that we got, like, none coal before Anvil came out. And you're going to blue, which is fine. Little worried about the black train timing, but that's cool. Okay, now you're going to coal, which looks good. And you're going to coal, which is fine, but you might run into each other. You're going to grain, like, way sooner than that, so that's fine. I don't know, the fact that you can, like, pause to, like, toggle the turns makes this a lot more manageable than I thought. It's just that, like, the game kind of, like, doesn't want to tell me concepts it's trying to introduce as it's introducing them, and that just feels really weird. I'm struggling with that concept a bit. So that's fine. You're going to milk, but this will happen first. And this one's going to grain. Grain. I'm getting like progressively horrible at this game. There's the difficulty curve feels a little weird. Obviously, it's not that difficult to like actually just like finish a level at all. Like there's actually very little prohibiting you from finishing the level straight up. But like I don't know if it's just that I'm an idiot or if that's merely a factor, but like there's something weird about like the concepts of how to be doing better at only like level 3 of the game aren't obvious, and the game seems like it doesn't want to tell me how it wants me to play the game. Because like I bought an extra train and I like ran that at full speed and I like got 2 stars. And like honestly my like Frankenstein structure, it slowed things down like a little bit, but like I don't know. I'm gonna do one more. Oh, hang on, we got another booster pack of trains. Got the Pioneer, and then like a whole rocket ship. I don't think I understand this game, is what I've decided. Regular says the tutorials do have this undertone of like just do the thing or what. You know what it's like? You know in the like space museum escape game that we did like last week on No Sleep for Kaname Date, when like the announcer voice came on and it was just like, yeah, prepare for this and all that jazz, or like soon you will die or whatever. Like that's kind of the tone, right? I think the game wants you to upgrade. Well, okay, fair, it did say that, but you know what it didn't do is tell me what the heck that means, because I don't know, because I've never played the game before, and that's in my mind that's what the pop-up should be like. If these concepts are not self-evident and they're important to advancing the game, and the game has tutorials in it, then the tutorial should probably be telling me how to do things like upgrading the trains, because I legitimately have no idea how to do that. I think you're right that that was the purpose of that level, and I did not learn that, and I don't think it was for lack of trying. It also said something about like send 2 bonus trains and like didn't explain what that is like at all. Okay. I clicked train shed and it did have the expected result of showing me the trains that I opened from booster packs. I don't understand though what I'm looking at, and that's fine. Let me go. Okay, so I'm guessing the gold coin is like doing the level without blowing up a train, because that's the only thing that 1 and 3 seem to have in common. Let me go to the castle real quick. Okay, not even gonna like pretend that there is a tutorial on this one. That's fine. Let me go into track building mode. So I gotta get... I don't even know what this is. This is the toilet paper station? So I gotta send toilet paper from the People Depot to the toilet store. We're gonna demolish like the whole countryside, don't worry about it. This is a really steep angle here. Don't really know what. Probably should like have these go this way. Boy, I'll tell you that surely I'm supposed to like have like a train go like through here, and I don't even know what that is. Guess you have to click on the portrait of the train. Yeah, maybe while it's like active mode or whatever. Okay, so now that I've like put train tracks everywhere, that's going to the toilet store, and that's going to the village people. Alright, that seems fine. And so, that's interesting. The first level had me build a second train, and then I've had 2 trains since then. But I built a third train last time, and that didn't carry over. Do not make wrong deliveries. Man, why couldn't that have been a criteria on the last one? I did that, like, pretty good last time, and not the time before that at all. This doesn't seem right. I think I have to, like... Because there's no way for... How do I get money back for demolishing things? Like, I sort of get the concept, but also that's not how stuff works. You think the village people are going to the YMCA? Yeah, probably. Those like those, right? I also need 10,000 gold to upgrade them. Yeah, I suppose that's true. I think that does what I want, although I need... Oh, it just sucks. I can't figure this out at all. I literally can't afford to do that because I'm poor. Okay, whatever. So I need... That's fine and that's fine. Okay. We are on max speed, so I can't really do anything at this point because I spent all my money building out the map. I mean, I guess there's like an economical thing where like I should only build the trains I need to survive and then maybe upgrade the train. I don't know, man. It feels like there's a lot of elements to this game that could exist that they haven't bothered to tell me, and like I don't know if you know this, I literally haven't oh, that's not good. I have not played their game before. Guess we'll just real quick we'll just fix that real quick, hopefully. And that's going to the toilet town, huh? Oh, where are you going? Wow, yeah, I gotta be paying more attention. Well, we'll take the scenic route and not worry about it, huh? Okay, so what are we at? You're going to Toilet Town, you're going like right next door, and you're going to Toilet Town. And you will get there, I don't know if you'll get there first. How about I upgrade the train? It's a train Mark II. It makes a different whistle, which is neat, I like it. Choose a station to build. I'd rather not. How about this one? It seems slightly less objectionable. So, you're gonna, like, launch first for sure. Or not? Oh. Nope. Oh, that's not what I just... Okay, you figured it out. And then, sure, how about a third train, and then also upgrade the first train? Okay, you're going to Mountainville. And you're going to Mountainville. Do you have a good way to get there? Nope, you sure don't at all. That is a problem, huh? Or is it? Yeah, that's not it. Or, hang on, or is, no, that's, or is, can I interest you in some place that isn't the mountains? I don't think I'm playing this game right. Oh, that's fine. You're just gonna... Oh, that's also bad, huh? It's fine. We'll work around it. Okay, next one launching is this. You're going the long way, man. Can I at least, like, do that? I'll save a little bit of trouble. Not, like, a lot of trouble. Who's firing next? Also, I don't know. Does it matter how much money I have at the end of a round? Like, that's not something the game has explained to me. What's with the castle? I don't know. What's with Big Ben? Ooh. Alright, luckily, even though I didn't notice that, you happen to be in a position to get to there. Don't worry about it. Alright, so this is going to the log place. That seems fine, or that seems fine, but this is also going to the log place. They're not really going to overlap, though, so you could probably take the short route. So go to there, and you got to get to the brick town, and I don't have a good way for you to do that, so you're going to come around here, and that's just fine. I don't... Like, another train? And then, like, upgrade it? Oh, you were... Hey, you were not supposed to... Okay. It's fine. Nobody worry. Nobody panic. What's next is the log... You can't go that way. Can't get there from here. So yeah, you're taking this horrible long route. Why does that one always go to the mountain place? It's bad. I wish you wouldn't, is the moral of the story. Okay, I wasn't paying enough attention to that. So you're gonna take a little bit of a circuitous route. Don't worry about that. Absolute scenicest route. Okay, now you're going to the brick house. That seems fine. And then another shipment to wood. And then, I don't know, get upgraded. So you're gonna go... What's the fastest way? The next thing that's gonna come up is you gotta get to Toilet Town. So I think I would rather have you take the lower route. And that seems fine. Then you'll just go... Oh no, that one...
Map to get to Bone Town.
That one doesn't go that way. So... I mean, we're gonna have to stop it, probably. You know what? You love Toilet Town? Why is Toilet Town everyone's favorite, I wonder? Is it merely the alliteration? You're going to Bricksville? Alright, this one's gonna be a real hassle. Oh, hang on. We did it? We got four stars. And I got an achievement called Switchman, which I think is the achievement you get for being really bad at the game and putting like 40 switches on level 4 of the game. Hang on, I got a booster pack of trains. I got the Mallard, and I got some like construction equipment. I don't know what it is or does. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is like an epic train. Which is cool. I mean, like, I kind of like the basic train being green. Do they actually have different stats? I don't think so. I think it's just that, like, tier 1 are all the ones that go 55 miles an hour. The Mallard's kind of fun. And then I ran out of stuff to customize. Do you need a map to get to Toilet Town? If I do, then I'm having a genuine potty emergency, I think. That's a good point. Maybe like having extra money would be like a bonus objective, but like whatever. I don't know. So like this isn't a bad. It's honestly, I kind of thought I would dislike this game more. I do think there's a weird disconnect for me where like there are parts of this game that aren't totally obvious, and the game makes use of tutorials, but in a way that's not like super helpful, and it like leaves me in kind of a weird spot to like start off with. Like I think if I kept playing this for a while, like most of that would become obvious, or I'd work it out or whatever. But like this, I mean, I think I've enjoyed this a little more than I expected, because like the way it's presented in the trailer is like stuff is exploding all the time and you should feel bad. And this game's kind of like, no, like if it blows up, like you just lose points, but everything kind of keeps going. And also nobody died. What does Workshop do? I don't know, man, but I'm not doing that. I can also toggle to, oh, that's fun. It's interesting. This is an interesting progression. Start in the United Kingdom, move to the Wild West, then go to Norway, and then China. That's like a weird progression system. Psycho says, it feels like a game that'd be great to play on my phone while I'm sitting at the metro going to work. Don't mean that as a dig, it's a vibe. Yeah, no, like I do, there's definitely value in like phone game about trains. I haven't come across one that I'm like super thrilled with. Like something along these lines would be good. I don't know, like is it just like a finite puzzle game? It just goes up to 40? There's a lot of things about this that don't quite work the way that I expected. But like that's not bad. And the only reason I'm calling this a close is I kind of want to like try all of the games, so I was gonna give each of them like about an hour, and I think we're kind of there. But like, you know, maybe we revisit this. Maybe later today, maybe some other time. But like for now, let's quit this one. Okay, it doesn't seem to have broken anything. The next one I wanted to do is Station to Station. Now, because that was the only one I'd opened at all, we're going to do it live, and there might be troubleshooting. And everyone's favorite thing is the troubleshooting stream, and for some reason, that's not a joke. So let's go! Do you want this? Yeah, sure, okay. Don't feel like the last one needed that permission. It should be spelled out. It might need the space. I don't know how when the game loads, I'll try to change the category. I just want Steam to like have whatever time it needs to do this. Apropos of nothing, did you hear the Nepalese elected their interim prime minister via Discord poll? No, I didn't hear that. That's interesting. I mean, it says it's launching the game, but it's like trying really hard. By the way, in case you didn't notice, I brought out the little train. Actually, the Thomas the Tank Engine trains are kind of similar in overall construction, but they're much smaller and softer. But it's very similar to this train. That one was pretty good. Like honestly, I kind of expected that one to be like a nice in concept, but like not favorite, and like maybe it's not favorite, but like that one was pretty good. It was a good game. I'm not entirely sure what's happening with Station to Station. How about we open Steam? Okay, no, it still kind of just says that it's launching it, and I gave it permission, so I don't know what it's doing. This is unusual. I'm not like a Steam technician, but I feel like it should be doing something. Some sort of thing should be happening now. And it's not doing okay. That's not a good sign. Windows are sort of getting hung up. Okay. Nope, that's not progress. Okay. How about we, what if we like cancel the launch in Steam and then we hit play in Steam? And then again, we say yes, we give you the permission that you asked for. How about we do that? And then running install script Microsoft VC redistributable. Anyone have any idea what's going on? I'm kind of an idiot. I think I've demonstrated that. I did hear about the One Piece flag. Although notably, the time that the time in One Piece that flag was used as protest, they destroyed the world government flag. And if you've watched the One Piece anime, then you've seen that clip 100 billion times. Just let it run, cancel it, then start. Let it run to what extent? Because like I told it to go, and then I canceled it, and then I started it again, and that didn't help. Oh, hang on. That seemed like less time than I waited last time, but it's doing something. I'm going to guess that ruined the stream. But I can't tell because it defaulted to the monitor where I would check that. Okay, is it possible? Okay, so I can't show you this because there's some sort of loading screen within the game before the menu is happening, so I can't do any menu settings, and I can't change any stream settings, and I can't see what you're saying because you're all under the game screen. Oh, hang on. Oh boy, that's a rough load, gang. Okay, so let's go windowed. Boy, that sure isn't windowed, is it? That's sure still full screen, isn't it? Or if I close it, no, that's what is this, like enter? Oh, there we go. Figured it out. Brute force. Obviously much too loud. That, you know how it goes. Audio. So this is currently 100. I'm gonna say that's still too loud. It's still probably too loud. How about like 20? How about 20%? That might be good. Can't ruin the stream. Well, it has ruined the stream in terms of the audio video sync, I can tell. Hey, check this out. Yeah, that's not right at all. That's not good. That seemed fun. Alright. There is some weird thing that happens sometimes where the playback on my end is totally borked, but like the recording and the stream are fine. As long as it looks good to you, that's fine, but it's very distracting to look at. So we'll work with that. Now we have to do the second stage, which is we have to open up Steam, and we have to... I think what I want to do is... Let's go ahead and toggle this over to station, and that should... Yeah. So I can... Now that it's on the other monitor, I can try going full screen again, and then I don't have to resize it. Oh, that was a bad call. That was the worst of the options for sure. Oh, that didn't that was definitely the worst option. Why did that not... Whoa, why is that doing that? This one's not 100% stable, gang. How about we just leave that in windowed mode forever? So, I just want to be, like, clear that, like, sometimes people will be like, Vasco, it's a modern video game. Like, why do you complain about, like, making sure a game works? It's, like, made in the year 2025. I don't know when this one was made. This might be a few years old. But, like, this is exactly what I'm talking about. There are things about video games that sometimes just like don't behave the way you expect them to in conjunction with the software that makes streaming possible. If you haven't done it yourself, it doesn't seem obvious. I'm also lowering the music more. Like, I think it hit an excitable point, but like that needed to chill out. So how we doing? Okay, how we doing now? I mean, that looks way worse on this end. I don't know. Some games are straight up nightmares to stream. Yeah, and then like certainly some of them are obvious, right? Like if you play certain things on DOS, like just getting that stuff to like work in a way you can capture kind of sucks. But like some things that like should be completely fine, like just don't cooperate. Not quite synced. It has to be horrible for my mom to say it's not quite synced, which is funny because it actually looks better now to me than it did before. Same thing. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I don't know. Like I can restart OBS, which will almost definitely fix the problem, but then will require people to refresh or whatever because I'll have to stop the stream to do that. Or we can run it back. Okay, I'm gonna say that's probably enough feedback. I'm gonna do a brief refresh. So hang tight. It should only take like a couple minutes just for like the software to like power cycle more or less. And then we'll be back. And then like I don't know if I'll like upload these separately or what. I'll figure that out for later. But I think like that this game did not want to turn on, and I think it probably makes sense to just do this for safety's sake. Okay, this one worked a lot better, or it seems like it did. I had to do the manual window command trick, which I'm glad I learned from somewhere. Also, obviously I feel your pain. That sucks, Zacula, that we're gonna build a new PC over the summer and then the AC blower motor turned into a brick of charcoal. Yeah. I mean, the part I'm replacing I think is probably cheaper than replacing the blower motor, but like, I wouldn't call it cheap. It's funny. If it was a car problem, I'd be like, it is like a medium-high expense. In-house, I'm like, it's low-medium expense. Hey, Miss Toasty, you're just in time. We're playing some train games. The first one went pretty good. The second one, my computer did not, like... My computer, like, again, the thing is that my computer runs well enough to like run most games. That's not an issue. Getting it to run in tandem with the things that make the stream happen, much bigger question mark, much bigger problem. So like again, no need for Demolition to be sorry having gifted me some train games. We never even like explicitly discussed like these should all get streamed or anything like that, but I was like, hey, here's like a great occasion to play the train games and see what they're all like. And that one does not like the streaming software like at all. Not even exaggerating, the HVAC guy pulled the motor out and it looked like it had been an incinerator. Yeah, I mean apparently like HVAC stuff can do that. I mean, I assume you were around during the part of the stream yesterday where I was like, I just had an HVAC guy in, and he looked at the whole system, and he's like, so here are two specific parts of your system that should trigger, like, a failsafe that will stop the system from working to prevent, like, a possibly catastrophic situation. Both of those things specifically did not function, that, like, they should have stopped your system from working. It's like, I see. For a while when I was streaming, I had considered moving to a 2 PC setup with one PC capturing and one doing the stream. Well, that's actually the interesting thing. This is probably interesting to no one other than Zacula and myself, but like that's specifically, I mean, I've always been like a console gamer, but like I largely prefer either like simple graphics like indie games, or playing like a more complex game off of console, because it functions basically the same way as a 2 PC setup. You just have the game console be the PC that's playing the game, and then like my actual PC is the streaming PC. And like that works really well. And like the adventure games and visual novels and stuff like that I play will like normally function pretty well off the computer, like straight up. So I don't have a ton of problems with that. But like, unless you like really like build an aggressive gaming PC, then like you will run into some problems trying to do all of that on one machine. I haven't adjusted the sound because I don't have a menu, because I wanted to show you. Hold on, I have to fix the thing again. Give me a second. The window should now capture islands and trains. And then I click in it. And then time passes. I wanted to show you this because it was really cute. When you start up the game, it just gives you this. It says, "Welcome. Islands and Trains is a love letter to building little toy train dioramas in our childhood. It's a cozy sandbox experience where just finding the most perfect place for all its little pieces is the one and only goal. We prepared a handy tutorial to guide you through your first steps. Make sure to familiarize yourself with the controls and see what else you can discover in your journey. Have fun. Icos and Fabian," who I assume are like the devs. So now that I have control, this seems fine. We'll see if we have to mess with it. Camera painting speed, audio. Oh wow, audio starts in the middle this time? Sorry, Neko, I feel like I have to find it out. That's not even like that bad, but I still feel like I want... Yeah, 2 looks about good. Maybe like 3 on the sound effects? I don't know. Play tutorial, I guess. Or will it do that when I try to... It looks very Dorf romantic. The interface and like this idle screen. Music sounds so whimsical. I know. I think that's a good volume. I know that this is gonna seem really... Oh, no, hang on. I see the issue. I see what I've done. So, what do I want to do about that? Do I want to go to... No. Can I go to windowed? Oh, it's like not a great windowed, huh? Let's go borderless, and I'll just tweak the... Let's tweak this. Give me a second. Give me a second. Doing it live. All right. And this is when we lose audio when we click out of it, or did we just hit a lull in the thing? Yeah, the music stopped and gave me a small heart attack. That's great. Yeah, okay, we got there on the resizing the window, and it took me longer to notice than I probably should have. But in fairness, most of the screen is kind of just background color. So cool. Yeah, I know this looks really sloppy on YouTube, but like, ahoy, we're playing train games. Let's go! Okay, let's start your adventure. See these 2 red arrows on the bottom? These ones. They indicate the placement mode button. Let's see what you can do with this. It kind of looks like a paintbrush and not a placement. I'm not sure where I need to be right now, so I'm just going to stay here for a second. Okay, not a great start. Oh no, I have to advance this first, right? Oh, okay. In the first placement mode, click left mouse button to place single pieces of land. Neat. You want one where the flag is, maybe? Oh, made a little... Nice work. Hold left mouse button to paint as you move the cursor. Speed things up even more. Press left control to toggle secondary build. See how the icon changed? Yeah. Create huge tracts of land. Well, that makes building a lot easier. Sometimes you might want to remove your creations, and that's what destroy mode is for. Hang on. Remove a single asset in your world by clicking left mouse. Press tab once more to toggle the secondary build mode. Wasn't it left control a second ago? Pull up a selection you want to remove by click and drag. Great job so far. Keep those two tools in mind. They'll help you immensely in your creative process. They work with terrain and other elements. Let's look quickly into controlling the camera for a better view. Use WASD. Oh, wow, that scroll speed is very slow, and that's coming from me, and I like a slow scroll speed. Yeah, it to me, I would find it impossible to believe that this game wasn't somewhat inspired by Dorfromantik. Like, down to, like, font choices and some of the way that stuff is just basically displayed, like, it feels very Dorfromantik. Which is interesting, because I didn't actually think that game was, like, super widely known, but I guess maybe it's, like, in the wheelhouse of the developers of this game, and they took the inspiration from it. To rotate the camera, Q and E, or hold right mouse and wiggle it around. If you want to take a closer look, use the mouse wheel to zoom in and out. What's great about this game is that zooming the mouse in and out doesn't destroy every active piece of software on my computer. Isn't that fun? Isn't that like a nice upgrade? Not a problem, isn't it? I'm not sure. You asked that in such a way that I am second guessing how I would answer that. Not a problem, isn't it? Now let's put some more things in our world. You can select other objects from the toolbar below. Place a few different items. How about some stairs with a tree next to it? And a couple of incongruous bridges. And then maybe like a big... How do I rotate? Is there a way to rotate the pieces? Oh, hang on. R. Yeah, maybe look at the... I see. It needs earth first. Let's dive a little deeper. Next, with our stacking system, you can create really nice vertical levels. Try building a couple of ground pieces to its highest level. This game was definitely translated from another language, and that's A-okay. So... Didn't mean to do that one. Don't worry about it. I found it. It's the ceiling. Okay, but what do you want me to do now? Because I did it. I did what you asked me to, tutorial. Is it... Are the children the ones out of touch? Why is it not advancing, Why is it not advancing? Any thoughts on this one, crew? Like, to me, it seems like that's what the game wanted me to do. Oh, it just wanted me to do one. That's really odd. Does that not strike anyone else as odd? The only way that the tutorial recognizes that you've done that is to click a single piece up to the highest point. If you use the tools that the game showed you to do more than one, then it genuinely doesn't recognize that at all. Works with other elements like bridges. Build a bridge on the ocean to its highest level. That's a weird instruction. Oh, it works a little different than I thought. That's neat. But is that... Again, we're in a situation where, like, I appear to have fulfilled the tutorial. But it's not advancing. Are we not considering this a bridge? Or maybe this one's a bridge? No, that one doesn't stack, of course. Why would I think that, though? What? Or... Oh, that's cute. Yeah, that's not helping, though. What do you think is, like, a bridge part? Gang? I mean, it seems like this is the best we're doing, right? Does it help if I, like... And that isn't it. Is there like a hotkey for switching these two modes? Also works with other ones like bridges. Build a bridge on the ocean to its highest level. Oh, okay, my bad. I missed the two red arrows. That's my bad. That one's my bad. This is the only bridge that counts. That's the important one. You may have noticed that some objects in this game have variants. I did. It's caused a little confusion in the tutorial, if I'm being honest with you. After each placement, a new variant is being used. I don't exactly know what you mean by that. But you can lock a variant or skip it entirely. Let me show you how. Press space to skip the current variant. Okay, so we'll be like tree, but then we'll like space. Press V to lock the current variant. At least it has like a dedicated space for that too. That's good. Now you can build the same item over and over. Wonderful. Let's build some railroad. To start, you need to build a few straight track pieces on the terrain you created. I mean, unfortunately, I've made like a little bit of a mess of that. Now you can place a train engine on them pieces. Well, I'm going with this Percy-looking train. And it's interesting that, like, in theory, I could put it the wrong way on the track, but that's fine. Now you can add some wagons to the train. Well, I could, but, hang on, I think I need to, yeah, it kind of doesn't like that I've, give me a second? Give me a second. Give me this. Give me, control. You know what? Not what I wanted, but I'll take it. This is going to be the tallest train square in history. Might be the first one, but it's definitely going to be the tallest. Is there like a pickup? Is there, can I, give me a second. Just gonna make another one to fulfill the tutorial's desires. Thought I could make a little track before doing this, but it, sure, that is good. And then, like, you want, place the longest train possible? Explain. I put down 2 cars. I think I can do longer. How about we'll move some... There we go. Now you have your own little train. And I've never wanted anything else more than that. To start the train, just pull the lever in the bottom. There is... I do need you to understand that there is... It's kind of a lot of... I don't know where my face goes on this one. Oh, that is not the right button. How about this? There's one of these over here. There's a lever that makes the trains go. Now I'm back. No, you know what? This feels important. Let me I'm gonna go. Probably easier to cover this corner, huh? Would be good if I had some more track, but that counts. That's good. I got an achievement for that. You can also remove your train and wagons with the train garbage button. Okay. So there's one of those on each of them, I guess. Great job. Now you know everything you need to get started. Happy building. Okay, now with that in mind, can we... You could just make it rain. Can't make it snow, which is a little interesting. Can I like make a new island that's not part of the tutorial? How about a new island? Ooh. Ooh, chat, what's the vibe? Is it fall because it's fall? It's basically fall. It's September. The pumpkin spice latte has returned. Okay, so we'll start with... I mean, I think we should start with, like, you know, like a huge tract of land, right? Just like a really big... like this many. And then, you know, we'll layer it... I'm gonna say, let's layer it up to, like, 3? Just give us a little wiggle room up and down, I guess. And then it's very important to me that we have my own little train, or however they described it. So I'm just gonna put that... we're gonna put one down to start with. How about like a little black and red guy? And it's gonna have... I don't know what the fallest cargo... I mean, it's gonna have some sheep. You gotta have some sheep. And then whatever this is, it looks like sushi. It's gonna have some of that. And then maybe like a big crane. And then this is just... This tanker is full of pumpkin spice latte. Okay. And I'm gonna say that, like, we probably need, like a little... like, kind of like a station. Like a little... station. Maybe gonna need to expand my huge tracts of land a little bit. Toggle. It's weird that the game introduces 2 toggles the way it does. Like, the first time they're like, yeah, it's left control, and then they're like, use tab again. I'm like, I didn't use tab before, because that's not what you said to do. Oh, I see. I see what's happened. Nope, that isn't what I wanted. Beep, bop, warp. We're just gonna hit this. And then we're gonna remember to hit left control again. And then we're gonna move the camera, because this is not the smart way to do this. And then we will go to the end. And then we will go to the end, and then we will go to the end. Man, there's certain things that it doesn't want to, like, snap to something, like in a trench. Like, look at how this works. It's like a little annoying. Like, there shouldn't be anything stopping that from, like, being possible. I don't think there was something that, like, increased the tilt in the way I would need it to. That could work a little nicer, but it's not the end of the world. This, however, this happens to be the end of the world. Is there... I would really like a hotkey to toggle these 2. I don't know how exactly I would get that to work, but it'd make my life easier. Boy, I sure am hating this, just this one little... Oh, I guess it's 2, huh? Boy, this could cooperate a little more, but that's fine. We'll just... Oh, please, for the love of God. Okay, we finally did it. We're like 8 hours into the stream now. Let me go back to Shining Time Station. Let me put this guy out here. Boom. And then, castles. Are like train castles like a big thing in Europe or something? It's just the second train game that has like trains plus castles, and I just don't know that to be like an incredibly common thing. Where was the is this in line? Oop. Boop. I think that's in line. We'll find out together. What's in the ocean one? Oh, it's like waterfalls and sea rocks. Also, some geese. Castles are cool. Mini golf rules. If I was a God Emperor of America, I would ban golf but keep mini golf. It might be a hot take, but I'll co-sign that. That's the pig pen where the pigs go. Okay, now I need some basic track. And then we're gonna have some bridges. Why can't it be on the same island? Because it's really tedious to make islands, as it turns out. I respect the granularity that this game offers to build the islands. It's not the most convenient. For some reason, 2 more was the number I decided. Okay. So now we'll... Oh, that's... Hey, gang, that's the edge of the world. That's where the whole world ends, and that's like a whole thing I didn't know could happen. There be dragons out here. So let's not concern ourselves with that. So, like, let's make some moderate tracts of land. Okay. And, boy, I don't know. I mean, I guess there's got to be a castle over here is what I'm sort of led to understand. Can I have... Is there such a thing as, like, a train castle piece? Is that something I can do? Yeah, I think I want one of those. Let me make sure that that's in there. Oh, hang on. Really? You're gonna tell me that you make a little archway in this game for trains and I can't put, like, a train track under there? What? That just seems... It just seems to me like you didn't think that through. I'm pretty sure that the children are wrong on this one. That I should be allowed to do this. Can you win at this game, or is it chill out and build trains in a sandbox? It's pretty explicitly a sandbox of trains. Like, the intro message on the game was basically like, we thought it would be cool if there was a video game that was like building a train set, and it was super chill vibes. And I mean, it seems like they've done that. I do think that this is an oversight, I'm not gonna lie about that. But okay, I guess we'll play it your way. Do I wanna... Is it important to me that it... Yeah, I think it is. Oh man, you can scroll down on at least some of these too. This just looks like a hotel. That's not even like a castle. It's in the castle tab, but like, oh man, look at that. It's a big one. I'm gonna say that what this little island needs is a little castle. Just a little one. And then we'll do... What's the difference on these? Just like angle of attack? Yeah, seems like it. Yeah, just slightly different angle. So like, yeah, I don't know if this game makes for like interesting viewing in and of its own right. I think it has the potential to have a sort of like Bob Ross quality, I guess. You're just like, and now this is a happy little accident, and we're keeping it in our little world of trains. I think it's neat. I mean, I think it's neat too. It's just like, not necessarily everything that is a good game is good streaming viewing, but like, I'm here for it. Give me some castle walls with the, what's the name of those like arrow slits? Are those the murder holes? Is there like a double wide drawbridge sort of situation? This is such a weird piece. Sure, I like that. I have to move some of these around a little, I think. I mean, the music's also got like a very Dorf romantic sort of vibe to it. It's not like precisely the same, but like, if you hadn't played Dorf Romantic in a while and someone was like, is this Dorf Romantic music? You might be like, yeah, sure. Is there a way? That's almost what I want. Why does that not line up properly? Oh, you can have like nice rook-shaped ones. I kind of like that. Well, I guess we'll... Odd to me that these don't... Oh, I see. I get it. I understand. That's why they're a little off, because they're lining up the walkway up top, not the other thing. Ooh, does that fit? Is that the same space? Yeah, let me get some of that. Let me get some of those, like, double arrow slit guys. It was like... No, it's like the same. And then... Give me these cool rook towers. Yeah. Put the one facing the other island up top. And then let me go ahead. I feel like this game wants like a pickup and place, and maybe I missed it in the tutorial, but I sure feel like that's not a tool I have. But it like seems like something I would expect to have in a game like this. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Well, like another thing, it's not like a huge deal. It just means like, while I'm not super familiar with the game, a little more fiddling around with buttons. All right, give me more of them rook towers. I'm all about these. So this, but can I rotate it? Yeah, that's what I want. Nope, not R just yet. Let's do, yeah, like that, and then like that. And then on the back wall, We should probably have a couple more of these. Do I have something interesting to like... that doesn't quite do what I want. This one doesn't align the way I like at all. Ooh, maybe like a little... Maybe the only thing that ends up fitting is like, oh, you can do curved things too. Maybe we do that. Really? Some of the, like, tile placement feels a little weird to me. Alright, I don't want to spend all day on this, so I'll just put... Ooh, is that something? No, that's like also not the right length at all. Could do that. Could do... Like, only the gate is like 3 wide. But like the individual pieces like don't fit good. Okay, here, we could do this. If we take like the individual thing... Yeah, okay. It's just a little different. It's just a little different. Give the castle a moat. Well, it does need something to go around it, so... Yeah, we should mess around with the water a little bit. That's a great idea. This will probably do it. Although, that would mean we gotta... One of these is a drawbridge, isn't it? I mean, it's a really confusing drawbridge because it, like, leads into the train track or what have you, but, like... Doesn't like the water being there, which is really funny and a little awkward, but, like, we're just gonna roll with it. This is, I guess, what I mean. Like, the hitbox is, like... It feels like the drawbridge should... accommodate the water in some way, but it doesn't seem to natively do that. What? Oh, just wants to be there instead. It's not the deepest mode I've ever seen. I don't think I can do anything about that, but maybe I'm wrong. But now we have to ask ourselves the important question of, like, what lives in the little castle? You know, like crops, we have, like, a lighthouse. I feel like that's its own thing. It's probably something... I mean, like... Oh, that's fun. There's some, like, weird little strange accoutrement. I feel like that means that we should probably have, like, a little... like a jetty or something, like a little boat access somewhere. Yeah, this, like, this thing. And, like, maybe... What do you mean, weird failure noise? Oh, it needs ground under it, even though it's a ground tile. That's acceptable, I guess. I mean, that looks really stupid now, but whatever, I accept. And like, really? Don't have just like a little slope tile? How about, whatever, it's a secret, so it's a little janky. It's from the old days. Is there like a little... What? There's some weird stuff over here. You think you could be a lighthouse keeper? I think I'd be more disposed to that than a lot of people would. The great and treacherous puddle moat. I mean, it's a little silly, but like, I don't see a way to make it better. Maybe you can point it out to me, whatever I miss. Imagine putting one of those boats in the puddle moat. I don't think it does that, but maybe. There's the sign that says best place in the world. That's extremely funny to me. Hold on, because it has to say, oh, why is that so small? Why is that sign much okay, no, hold on. There's different sizes, I guess. So, welcome. Welcome. Oh, I see. I see. It's doing the, like, variant thing. Can we lock that real quick? And then, we gotta... I do really want a hotkey for that, like, so bad. Okay, so... best place in the world, but I do want this other one to say welcome. And then... that... I think I could do it. I don't go out much anyways. Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't get out enough, if that counts. Okay, so where did we find the little... oh, that was under the camp. Okay. Can I put a boat? No, it doesn't. That's not enough water, apparently. So I'm told. But this is enough water. Can't really get it to align the way I want it to. What's going on here? Is this just like a little, like, soccer pitch? What is this? It's like a little, like, mining entrance or something? Okay, so I need a slide over here. Not negotiable. Maybe, like, a couple of swings. And then, like... some sheep. And... what other nonsense? There's gotta be more nonsense. Yeah, there's gotta be some nonsense here. You want some sort of, like... some sort of generic, like, feed station? I don't know exactly what's going on here. And then what's going on here? It's like an umbrella, and I don't know what that is. I mean, it's against code not to have, like, a couple of what appear to be outhouses. Oh, we could use, like, some, like, a little, like, picnic bench by our, like, snack bar. Drinks from the well, I suppose. And then maybe, like, So, this castle is where the sheep play. And, I don't know, let's put some trees or something around here. There's a Stonehenge button, that's an interesting choice. Oh, sick, hang on. Can we, can I make just like a little room for like, oh, that's bigger than I thought that was, huh? Okay, hold on. Making adjustments on the fly. I love the benches next to this. Can I still put down... Yes. This is all very important, I assure you. So... Yeah, that's it. So this is where the sheep play the sheep games, which consists of some sporting event that's similar to soccer but played by sheep, but also the great strategic game of sheep chess. Bet the sheep would love a hedge maze. I mean, I think that's what they go to the mainland for. Although, probably got to make like a little bit of space, like on the other side of the puddle moat for like a station, probably. So let's like... That's as tight as that gets to the moat, huh? God, that's really awkward. Okay, in that case, we'll just have to expand it, I suppose. Hello? Bueller? Hello? Hi? Hello? Hi? Mine? Don't know why that feels finicky, but okay. Let's do... Guess we'll just get like some basic... Right? I didn't do the good... Not the most economical way to do that. Left control. Uh-huh, okay, and now... Green buildings... Yeah, I think the sheep want kind of like an outdoor platform, right? Like that, those like those. We'll give them like a little, we got some like shrubs for them to graze on or something. Yeah, these look nice. I don't know. A little small, but I think that'll do the trick maybe. I suppose, how big is this? She famously struggled with door handles. That's true. We do know that. Plopping sound reminds you of the Stardew Valley harvesting sound. Yeah, I can hear that. Sheep use the slide to visit the outhouse. Well, I mean, the slide doesn't go directly into the outhouse, which does feel like an oversight, but it certainly gets you in the right direction. Mess around with this for a bit. Oh, actually, you know what we need? Boy, that doesn't line up the way I want it to at all. It's so incredibly awkward to arrange these things. Oh no, that actually works, huh? But it branches in a way I don't really want it to do. Train roller coaster. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know why it's like an option. I mean, this is like, what is the, no, actually, I think my dad has told me the purpose of this is it's like, there's like, with train speed and physics, like, there's only certain gradients that you can really take a train to go down. So like if you see something, I think this is a really exaggerated version of this, but like basically if you don't do this kind of thing, then like a train just like bullets out of control and like explodes like the first game. These really aren't meant to be used together in the way that my brain immediately says that they should. So badly want like a hotkey for delete. I don't know what that is. Turning radius is something too, but I just mean like at a glance, like why would you need to go around this circle 4 times? Like what would that do for you, you know? I do feel like I would benefit from a little more nuance in being able to make slight adjustments to things. I feel like that's largely because I'm doing bad at it, but like it would help me. I'm kind of an idiot. Fine. Control. This is a really poor use of really everything involved out here. Really? Okay. We could do it that way if you insist, but... Ooh. What I should make a, yeah, let me, no, I guess I want like, that. Is there not a, 4-way angle, like this 3-way angle? I think that's a thing that exists. What is this accomplish? Oh, I guess it's just like, so you don't have to like prop up the ground. So like, if this was like 1 longer, that would work. I think you mentioned I was getting on the train, so I was half listening, but there's a pretty hard limit on the incline the train can... Yeah, that's mainly what I was talking about, is like... If you incline the train like slightly too much, it's like a true disaster. Can't quite wrap my head around what I'm trying to do here. Like, I want to be able to go on the stupid loop-de-loop, but like, it's also wildly inefficient, so I want it to be like optional in some way. Do I have the opposite of this? It's always the same side. That's really strange. It feels like I should be able to curve it the other way. Is it really not like an option at all? You considered a loop-de-loop and pull, then your shoes are looking cool. That's pretty good advice, Zagula. But I don't think I had considered it for this particular situation, in fact. I can maybe work with that. It's really stupid, but I don't think I'm investing that much time in it. I guess the reality is that I should... It's the one I was just looking at. Yeah. But like, over here. And then... Can I do like... Oh, that's for having an under track too. Didn't notice that before. But some of these should do the trick. Wow. So close. Guess there's probably not a good way around that. Huh? That's funny. That's a funny thing. Just looking at the reviews for this game, and there are apparently features that were in the demo, not in the game currently, like trains going into castles. So at least the devs thought of it. Hope it comes in a future update. Was this the game on Steam that was like, trains go backwards now? I feel like it was this one, but I'm not sure. Which just seemed really funny to me in a way that like really probably shouldn't, but like, yep, I think it's funny. Ooh, that one can have trees on it. Look at this, like, listen to this, like, Ren Fair music. Just gotta sort this out. Or maybe I just moved the whole thing over. Give me whatever I'm currently looking at. What is... Which one is this? Yeah. Okay, bear with me. Oh, that button just makes the train whistle. Oh, there's a follow train with camera button. That's also really good. Okay. So I want to make a little bit of adjustment here. Oh, that wasn't it. That also wasn't it. Okay, that's like that forever though, as it turns. Why did that do that? Oh, I'm still on delete there. Deep top. Boy, one of these days I'll learn my lesson, old man, and start close to camera because otherwise it breaks real bad. Someday I'll learn the lesson. Not like now, mind you. No, brother. This is the worst part of this game, is this specific thing where like I don't seem to have like brother, what? Like this is the hardest thing in this game. Why can't I just fill in that hole? It seems like there has to be a better way. Like this genuinely is quite bothersome. An obligation to get you a conductor's cap for Halloween. My sister got me one that I've like worn on stream, but it has like the conductor stripes, which do the, what is that, moire thing? It's like heinous. Like cameras hate that pattern. Okay, hold on. Everyone hold, please. How would that, in what way did that not include that specific one tile? Try again. What's wrong with that one tile? It can't be the train track anymore. Like, am I going crazy? Why is it like this? Is it just that one cursed tile? What's wrong with that one tile? No, shut up. Hello? There's something like actually wrong with this tile. I'm losing my freaking mind. Why? Why is it cursed here? It like literally existed fine. And like, look at how many steps I've taken to try and like solve it. Like, when I tried to delete like a couple train tracks, like this just became like a dead zone in the universe. Is there like a ley line on this spot? Like, what's going on here? This now consumes so much of my being. Okay. Is there like not a mirror button? Like some of these track pieces just don't have like a reflected piece that you like need to make certain things function. Like, how do I, like, make this just go the other way? It's just, like, always, like, the wrong Tetris piece, you know? Do you understand what I'm saying? What am I missing here? Was this in the tutorial and I've forgotten? having to work around quite a few random obstacles, but we're going to get there. Okay? It's not entirely my fault that this doesn't work at all. What the heck is this? Oh, it's like an angle station. That's, I don't know why that's so cute to me for reasons. Is there like a construction tape thing where I can just like tape this off so no one goes here again? It really sucks there, is unfortunately the truth. And like also I can't mirror this, so I can't very cleanly sort of go under the ramp like I want to do. There has to be something for this. There has to be. What is this? What's this button? What does even this do? Perhaps you can fence it off and put a best place on Earth sign. That's a solid idea. That really is. What was that under? This, not the animals, I don't think. Castle? Where do we find that? Ah, here we go. Oh, but hang on. Do we have like other... Is this sign only best place in the world? I thought that sign specifically had variations. And oh no, I do have it locked. No? I think that's unlocked. Which one's locked? Is it only this one that has the It is. That's weird. Oh no. Oh no. I don't want to remove any earth. Apparently some of it can never be salvaged. It's a finite resource. No, you know what? I actually think it's... I think maybe it's better if they're merely, like, welcome signs. But I guess they have to face the hole itself. Maybe we expect some sort of subterranean Lovecraftian horror to come out of this, and we want it not to be hostile. So just like welcome in every direction. Thing next to the picnic table looks like fencing. Well, I mean, it's too late for... Oh, hang on. 4K no los dos. Well, because then I have to like remove... My absolute number one complaint about this game is just that I really feel like a game like this wants you to be able to just, like, move something that you've placed a little bit. You're like, ah, shoot, like, I put that, like, one square off from where I wanted it to be. Let me just, like, pick it up and, like, move it a square over. And, like, maybe I'm just too stupid to find it, but, like, I don't see it. And so, like, anytime I make, like, a little mistake, I have to, like, start the whole world over. And, like, boy, is that making me a little insane. Like, definitely crazier than is reasonable, but, like... Like, how do I... Is that if I just... That is the mirror button. That's what that does. Okay. I will tell you, this symbol doesn't really convey that to me, but now I understand, and that's valuable. Oh, I see. That bridge can't have track go under it because it doesn't specifically have a track piece. That's a really awkward way to do that. I can work with this, I think. Why is it a little castly over here? Listen, I don't know. I don't know. That's a wild piece. Welcome home makes me think of the Sims 1 Hole to Magic Town. I don't remember that. I think it's how people enter the floating trains islands. Ah, yeah, they come from like our world and that's how you like get in. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, listen. Yeah, I'm gonna need a little don't worry about it. It's the smart way to do that. Bridge? Nah, that seems dumb. Maybe just some more like random filler castle pieces so I don't have to build up the ground. I mean, the curve kind of has to. Or does it? Yeah, no, that doesn't make any sense. Or does... No, no. Alright, these ones don't stack even though they're like absolutely next to the terrain that's like designed specifically for Cusco. That might need to be a little further out, to be honest with you. Nope. I think that's right. Alright, I just want to have a loop because I've been playing this train game far too long to not have the train going like all the time. Actually, we're going somewhere. It's in a big loop, but we're going somewhere. So I think it shouldn't be like terribly surprising to me, but it seems like I can only have one train per island. So you kind of have to have all the track be like continuous. Like maybe I'm misinterpreting something, but I only have controls for one train. What does this button do? This game is definitely a great idea. I feel like there's a couple things that are a little like, I don't know. Like part of me kind of wants there to be like a little bit of land by default so you don't have to like build everything up from the water level. I get why they give you basically the empty box, but like it can feel a little tedious to do that. And also, again, I feel like it's like definitely an oversight that there's not simply a tool that's like pick up a placed like it doesn't have to move everything, but like all the like the signs, an individual train track piece, like a little bit of castle, a bench, like anything like that that you put on top of land that like is its own like distinct piece. Like I feel like there should be a tool that just lets you like make a little adjustment to that. Just like move it over one. Like pick it up and just slide it over. Like I feel like a game like this just like really needs that tool. Now that said, it's not by any means a bad game. Of course, it has no particular goal. Oh, hang on. Now it's a Welsh sheep castle. So I think I've like inadvertently made like a weird figure eight, because aren't I now taking this track backwards from what I was doing before? I think I went the other way. That wasn't intentional. It's fine. I think if I like played around with this system more and got like more comfortable with some of the controls and more familiar with some of the pieces, like I could make like a more coherent system, but like it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Like with just like how long we've been at this, like about an hour's work, we've like made a whole little castle and like an extremely mild like roller coaster setup. It's a good game. I mean, I like that it definitely shows some thought that there's just a button that you press that now you just follow the train around. Like that's great. I like that you can adjust the speed and even like go in reverse. I think personally I might like the top speed to be a little bit faster, but it doesn't really need that, does it? It has a whole dedicated button to just make a train whistle, and that I think that's neat. What does this button do? Oh, this button, if you weren't already looking at the train, it just finds the train. That's a good button, too. Like, real life needs a button like that. It lost a piece? Wait, what lost a piece? Oh, shoot, it did. Wait, how did it do that? Wait, how did that happen? Literally, what happened there? Does anyone have any idea? Is it just because I, like... It's crazy. Why did that happen? Wait, what do you think? Hey, what's gonna happen when we come back around to that? You summon the train back. One of the pieces got confused. You think that's intentional, or is that like a legitimate bug? I wonder what Papa the Gamer would say about this trio of games. Assuming we can get the second one up someday. I mean... I don't know. I mean, like, he definitely has done some, like, model training in the past. I think mostly when he was a kid, but I think he still has some of those sets in storage. I know that, like, my dad has, like, some interest in playing more video games at some point in his retirement, or at least he's given that impression. I don't know if that's really true, but, like, I'm not entirely sure what he's looking for in a game. I mean, I know that he had an interest in a lot of the types of game that I normally play on stream. Like, I think not so much visual novel stuff, but, like, I think the puzzle games and adventure games, like, for sure, are things he has some interest in. Maybe there's a world where, like, I find a roguelike he might be into. I really want to see what happens when this happens. No one was harmed. So that's really interesting. So that's just for keeps then, huh? I wouldn't have thought it, but I found a way to lose the sandbox game. Get your dad to play Disco Elysium. He would not like Disco Elysium. I feel reasonably confident in saying that. Here. Slightly more modern Red Train. This is the sheep sightseeing train. It carries only sheep and a crane to help sheep get off as an accessibility situation. And then there's a tent that has whatever thing I'm not thinking of in it. Nico says, a train game I found kind of cool was Trans-Siberian Railway Simulator. It teaches you to drive trains. Yeah. I am sort of familiar with the genre of, like, extremely realistic simulator game. I've seen, like, a lot of, like, streamers and YouTubers play those and, like, intentionally, like, suffer through them. One thing I used to really like is there was, like, a series that the Yogscast did. They're like a British sort of, like, YouTube, small-scale, like, YouTube conglomerate. And, like, they used to be really famous for doing Minecraft and then have, like, moved into more variety stuff, but they have, like, a ton of people as part of their team, and so, like, they kind of just do a little bit of everything between them. But, like, back in the sort of transition phase, they had something called Trucking Tuesday, and, Trucking Tuesday was just them playing, like, whatever, like, European, like, vehicle driving simulator they hadn't already played that they found on Steam. And, like, a really high percentage of those are, like, not polished, I think is probably a both polite and accurate way of putting it. Yes, the Diggy Diggy Hole guys. Specifically, the one who is famous for singing that song and, like, his close friend who he sort of started the whole thing with are the two who used to play on Trucking Tuesdays. And, like, I think one was, like, Garbage Truck Simulator, where, like, they were just, like, driving the garbage truck around, and then, like, all of a sudden, like, some unbelievable glitch occurred where, like, just the truck lifted off the wheels, and the wheels were still driving around, and then the truck just, like, flew off into outer space. And then I think it, like, came up through the ground again or something. Like a bunch of those just have, like, insane things happen in them. And, like, it wasn't, like, it didn't start off as, like, a reaction bait kind of series, but, like, it just kept being the case that, like, every time they would play one of those games, or, like, most of the time they would play one of those games, like, something just, like, insane would happen, and they would just, like, completely lose their composure, like, trying to, like, be serious about it, and it just, like, they couldn't. The sheep trade. I hope they have only normal eyeballs. What a strangely specific... I mean, I know exactly what you're getting at, but, like, what an oddly specific thing to say about a train full of sheep. We were talking about the sheep from Alien Earth yesterday and how it's, like, legitimately, like, one of the scariest things that's, like, ever been conceived of. And for some reason, like, I had the thought today, if I had, like, any sort of, like, Photoshop skills, I would, like, try to make this into, like, an actual, like, viral thing, because I think it might actually work. But, like, has anyone ever seen that meme that's, like, a loving lesbian couple, and, like, an evil and intimidating horse, and, like, it has some basis in, like, being a parody of some other meme that I, like, don't know, like, the context of, or have forgotten or something. But, like, I feel like what I want is, like, greedy, like, trillionaire CEOs. An evil but intimidating sheep. Really need the sheep to do something other than stand there and watch. I mean, I kind of love, like, there's something so magnificent about the show Alien Earth, where, like, there's so much of the sheep just like standing, doing nothing, and being unbelievably intimidating that I just can't help but like think of these conversations between like the writer and the director and like the director of photography, and they're like, so like how much time do we watch the sheep be intimidating? Do we need like 90 seconds here to fill the episode? Or is it more like we want like a long stretch of some other things happening, but the sheep is watching all of it? Like, I know it sounds insane, but like the sheep is one of my favorite villains, I think, of all time. And that like doesn't really make any sense, but also if you've seen the show, like you have to acknowledge there's something to that. I love when they were in the tower and they had multiple shots where you could see the xenomorph in the background but never drew attention to it. No, like that's legit pretty good. I was saying to my mom today about the show that like I really appreciate that it's not all about the xenomorphs, because like so much of Aliens as like a franchise is just like about the xenomorphs, which is cool. Like they're a great sort of horror movie character and all that, but like I feel like if we're gonna go to the trouble of making this other show, then like we should do something that's different. And I feel like they've succeeded at that in a way that still feels like it's all part of the same world or whatever. I haven't seen the show. Is it one cursed sheep or all sheep cursed? It's one cursed sheep. Basically, the sheep is the result of an experiment with an alien species that sort of like parasitically like links to stuff, and it's like the creature in and of itself is like horrible, but it like joins with the sheep, and then like once it does, like the sheep doesn't do anything. It just sits there and like watches like people like go about their like experiments like incredibly menacingly. Nico says she's seen all the Alien films except the sequel to Alien vs. Predator. Oh no, does that mean that you've seen the original Alien vs. Predator? I remember really hating that movie. It came out when I was in like high school and I was like, that seems fine. And then I came out of it being like, I didn't understand any of that. And not in a like, it was a really smart movie way. In a, I don't know that you thought about any of that before you wrote it down. It was terrible in all caps. Okay, good, because that's what I remember. Even Prometheus and Covenant. I've definitely seen both Prometheus and Covenant. Was there another one after Covenant? Covenant is like the soft sequel to Prometheus, right? I did not care for Prometheus. I don't think I'm as hard on it as some people are. It's largely just... I mean, I think actually Prometheus for me is like... Why did we bother doing this if we didn't have like a cool way to expand the world? Like, I know it like adds to the alien world, but like in a way that I don't think like meaningfully expands the world. Alien Romulus. When did Romulus come out? It was really, really bad. How bad was Romulus compared to Covenant? Last year. Okay, yeah, I think I just missed that entirely. I mean, I keep seeing that name on Hulu, and I didn't know what that meant. But obviously, because I've been watching Alien Earth, they're like, how about Romulus? There's like 15 minutes of Alien vs. Predator that rules so hard. The section where she teams up with the Predator and is hunting the Xenos. It's awesome. The whole movie should have just been that. There was like, I was just so confused. Like the thing I remember more than anything else about Alien vs. Predator is that like, it takes place in this weird like pyramid in the Arctic that has these... It has, like, rules that are necessary for the plot to happen, but they don't, like, make internally logical sense. So they, like, go to the trouble of trying to explain them, but then they, like, kind of don't follow the rules. It's like... It made me really annoyed. It won't surprise you to learn. So I can manually... Hey, give me a second. How do I stop? Undo this. Do you actually make the interface go away? Just straight up takes a screenshot. I thought that might make the interface go away so that you could take a screenshot, but that's fine. I wanted to... I think I just want this here. Actually, I should probably do that. Sometimes I can toggle that, and sometimes I can't. Did I, blow up the train by stopping it? I think the train did explode because there's no find the train button. How do you think I did that? Boy, the game sure doesn't like it if you do anything with the camera controls while the train is moving, huh? Now it's all sheep all the way down. But do you think it was hitting the screenshot button that made it explode? I'm clear on this. Hated all the characters in Romulus for a start. I mean, I think this has been a problem with, like... I feel like that was a problem with Prometheus, and it was, like, definitely a problem in Covenant. Like, that was the thing that made me, like, really annoyed about Covenant. Like, I'll say this. I feel like Covenant could have been written by the same people who write new Star Trek, because they're just like, yeah, everyone who goes to space is, like, an idiot. Is, like, a barely functioning idiot. Like, these people, like, go to an alien world, and, like, I'm sort of willing to accept that, like, somehow their technology told them that the atmosphere was, like, reasonable for them to breathe in or whatever. But they, like, go out onto this alien planet with, like, no spacesuits on, and then, like, immediately start just, like, trampling on these, like, toxic spore plants and, like, smoking in this alien atmosphere and stuff. And it's just like, what? So these people, like, came to space because they wanted to die, right? Like, I don't know what the goal possibly could have been. I'm not even, like, doing anything at this point. Hey, here's a question. Did we lose a sheep on that one? Nah, that time we didn't encounter the same glitch. Is there anything else that's, like, worth taking a look at? find that lighthouse. Yeah, one of these. That's a little smaller than I thought that was gonna be. Oh, that's cute. Looks like a little train shed, but I don't think the trains go in there. Well, it's a shame, but I think we were hanging our laundry out to dry before it started raining. I like the more colorful shorts. That's interesting. Have we noticed anything else that had like a select color button on it? I don't want to spoil the stupid thing I'm trying to do, but I don't know the best way to do it. Does this work? No. I think you just have to do it manually. Big do you think the zone for the island is, since it has like definite endpoints? It's not as big as I might expect. Gonna make a water train station so the ship can ride boats. I don't think this game does that, but it's a good guess. Regrettably, this is where the bathroom is for the lighthouse. It's all the way out here. And it's also where you have to go for water. Isn't that a shame? I mean, just look how far you gotta walk. Like, you can't even see the lighthouse from there. Like, what's the point of that? Why would you do that? No indoor plumbing. But you got one of these. And you got like got yourself a little henge just like as a treat. Interesting. I feel like it's kind of a minor gripe, but I feel like I feel like if I was gonna like organize these into these types of categories. And if I was going to make the world in such a way that you had to like build all the ground from the seafloor up, I really feel like one of the tabs would just be stuff that stacks to form the islands. Does that make sense? Like, everything in one menu in my mind should be able to do this. It's weird to me, like, that the same menu has, like, this, which I can't put on water. And that, for some reason, I can. That can stay there. Why not? Those like those. It's like a minor thing, but it's just like, why? Like, why do it that way? Because then, I don't know, you just have to, like, think about it. Where did we find the boats? Yeah. Oh, you can pick color on the boat. Let's go with purple. My sister's sort of signature color. And these garlands are here to celebrate our Olympic swimming pool that we have nearby. But again, regrettably, our drinking water, it's all the way out here. Just nobody knows why it's like this. And unfortunately, you seem to only be able to have one train, so you just can't really do anything about that. There's just no better way to get through here. Still miss corpse hits, but it was good that it ended before falling into Simpson syndrome. I think it ran about as long as it wanted to. It had a good run. That was the it was a interactive sort of actual play stream podcast kind of thing. It was like a hybrid of a few different like business models for making stuff work, sort of an experimentation on what could be done in a post-Critical Role world. And my sister and a few other people who were sort of scouted for talent in such a project worked as a Shadowrun team, and like viewers could subscribe and like donate and stuff to like give like diary rolls and other benefits to the players to help move the story along or help the GM do things to make things more difficult for them. It's really interesting. How long did it run? Like 3 years or something? But like, yeah, it was like after that run and after like a similar project my sister was involved in for a little while after that she started streaming on her own. You can find her on Twitch. She streams most Sundays, but not this Sunday because she's still traveling. 2-ish? It was more than 2, right? Like, maybe it wasn't quite 3, but I feel like it was more than 2. Maybe I'm wrong. March 2016 to June 2018. Okay, only a little over 2. Actually, I kind of want to just, like, scout the edges. So, like, here's a corner. That's not small. Kind of expected it might be bigger than that. It felt smaller, I think, in the beginning because I happened to be kind of close to multiple edges. Incident. I mean, the very start was like pretty much in the middle, but then I wanted to like go out as far as I could, so I just went in one direction, and like by doing that, I happen to be like pretty close to this corner, aren't I? It's basically just there. On the whole, I hope you're like. I mean, this is a lot of fun. It's a very mellow kind of fun, and I know I'm not giving a lot of great commentary here exactly. And like, yeah, there's maybe a couple things that might make this game like a little more accessible, but like, I've enjoyed this. And I like the first one more than I expected. If I knew that the second one was going to be so uncooperative, I would have played more of Train Valley Origins. That was a cool one. That one was the only issue with that. Like, I think it's like a good idea. It's just that like, I don't know, the game just sort of supposes that you'll intuit more of the game than I was capable of. So the fact that it like did a tutorial that like didn't really answer my questions, but then was like, and then obviously you'll understand how to like escalate all of this that we didn't explain. I was like, nah, not smart enough for that. Maybe I just haven't played enough train games, and like if I was like dialed into the genre, some of that would be more explicit, but like I feel like my sister would have things to say about that. She's worked in user experience design and just wrote the strategy guide to game design. Certainly seen worse tutorials, but that was not great. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how I feel. I was just sort of frustrated because like I was kind of into the concept they were pitching, but like I felt incapable of engaging with the game on the level it expected me to, at the rate it seemed to want me to. Like, I don't think it's beyond my ability to, like, understand that game, but the tutorial was not the tool that made that possible. Yeah, the game itself seems solid, at least. Like, maybe it goes, like, crazy in some of those later levels beyond what I might find enjoyable or something, but, like, I think it's really interesting that it kind of builds itself as like, I don't know. The impression I got from the trailer is that it was like trying to seem like kind of like a hardcore train game of like, oh man, like you're gonna blow up all these trains if you screw up, idiot. But like in reality, it's just like kind of like a puzzle challenge thing, and like the trains can explode, but like you could always just like try the level again and like not do that. Which I suppose would be true even if it was, like, super hard. Like, the impression I got from the trailer was sort of that it was just, like, a constantly running endless mode where, like, in real time, you have to keep, like, building and expanding the tracks, and then maybe, like, finding time to, like, edit the old ones, or else you would cause constant explosions or something. But, like, in reality, it's just, like, a train and rail-based puzzle game with certain like objectives. It all seems very reasonable. It seems kind of fun. I mean, it was fun to play what we did. Though it's possible, like again, I just don't know if they're gonna like introduce like a bunch of like important things to keep track of that they don't explain. Like that might get tiresome if that like happened a bunch. War games also have problematic tutorials, but for the opposite reason, they veer into too thorough. Yeah, I watched one. I think I watched something like Day 9. The streamer is on like a big RTS kick, and I think he played something that he said was like basically just Total War. It was like a Warhammer game that like I think uses the same engine. Maybe I'm misremembering this, but like the tutorial on that was like brutally thorough. Like it like wanted you to do every single click and step, but it was also like a really in-depth tutorial of like kind of a complicated system. probably Total War Warhammer. That's such a funny name. Like, I get how it how that is descriptive of the thing that it is, but like that's just such a funny thing to call something. Total War Warhammer. Hang on a second. Can you do me a favor? I want to back you up. Let's go full speed. Full speed behind. It's great, and if you have all 3 games, you get to play huge campaigns on the world map. But the buy-in for that isn't great. Is it like, is each game like a faction and you need all of them to like coincide or something? I just kind of want to get a nice shot of my sheep train like going into the castle zone. Best place in the world. It's a really funny sign. How nice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there on Islands and Trains. Go ahead and save that. Interestingly, turning all that volume to 0 does not stop it from playing. 0 means something else in whatever country this game originated from. Alright, I suppose in that case, we'll try just exiting. Just exit game. Gotta pick train. What do you mean by that? I didn't open that many booster packs of trains, if that's the question. But I like that I got an epic one. I assume purple is epic because I played video games before. I'll say this, just apropos of nothing. For some reason, I've like really been itching for just any kind of like card game to play on like my tablet, and I found like I've been served these ads on YouTube lately for something called like the Shadowverse TCG or something, and like it's not, how do I put this? It's not like an amazing revolutionary new card game, but like it's actually surprisingly well developed for a card game I've never heard of. And I have been enjoying it for like the few days I've been playing it. My sister is going nuts for the One Piece TCG. I don't know if there's a digital version. The last time I checked, which was several months ago, they have like a companion app that I think helps you like manage like your physical card collection of just like figuring out like which ones you still need to get or what have you. And like specifically has like a tutorial for learning the game, but I think that is the extent of it. That may have changed in the last like 8 months or whatever. It was around the start of the year where like a friend of mine who had never engaged with One Piece ever, despite like all the people that I like am friends with in common with him, like having interest in One Piece. And he like came to visit here in Florida, and like we sat down for lunch and he's like, "Do you know about the One Piece card game?" And I'm like, that's such a straight, like I just sat down. Like, Apparently, the Digimon TCG is really good. I have heard good things about the current one. I think they're on their like third or fourth major attempt at doing a Digimon card game. I don't know. Like, and this may sound a certain way, but I promise that there's like a basis in it. There's from my experience, there's like a fundamental divide in the philosophy of developing card games between like the East and the West. And while there are some really cool, innovative ideas that come out of games from the East, I find that like a lot of the games developed in the East don't like hold up under scrutiny. Like they're good in like small bursts, but don't like maybe it's that they don't develop to scale well, or maybe just that they don't invest in the infrastructure of the games like developing over time. But like a lot of the experience that I've had like looking into those games is that like most of them have at least one really great like mechanic idea that like I've never seen before, but then like a lot of the game either is clunky outside of that thing, or yeah, like Demolition says, like monetization is like a big nasty thing where they're like Japan culturally really likes exclusivity in like collectible stuff, which I really don't tend to like that sort of thing. So like whereas Magic the Gathering took like, oh, let me think. Off the top of my head, I want to say it took them like 19 years. No, that's not right. It took them probably like somewhere between like 10 and 12 years to add a fourth rarity to the card game. It was just common, uncommon, and rare for a long time. Like it is not uncommon at all for like a Japanese card game to have like common, short print common, uncommon, short print uncommon, rare, double rare, triple rare, star rare, double star rare, secret spicy rare. And like if you want like a specific secret spicy rare, it's like stupidly expensive relative to other cards because of how difficult it is to get. Vasco says, I tried to get into Yu-Gi-Oh! And maybe it's because I have a bad case of Magic the Gathering, but I can't wrap my head around it. My experience with Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that, like, the game is untenable now. I think even they have figured that out because I think their most recent anime season, or maybe like 2 ago, they had to introduce a more simplified version of their own rule set to be, like, the new core basis of the game. Because the actual like full release game that exists, it's just a mess. Like, so like if you're already familiar with Magic the Gathering, you know that like they'll have a tendency, like a new set will come out and like the new mechanic is like, oh, I don't know, let's choose like a random profession. The new mechanic is fishing. And so like they'll have released a bunch of cards in the set that like do the fishing mechanic. And like maybe there's like a new suite of like steamboat cards or something. And so like a nice thing that like Magic the Gathering has held to for a really long time is that like there's a bunch of cards in the set with the fishing mechanic. And so we've just written a shorthand that like fishing means the same thing on every card. And so like every time you see a card with fishing, you're like, okay, it does fishing. And then what else does it do? Yu-Gi-Oh! By contrast, and let's make a direct contrast here. So Magic the Gathering has a mechanic called Trample, which says that if your creature is attacking someone else and they try to stop that damage by like blocking with their own creature, then it does like extra damage that goes beyond like killing the defending creature to the opponent. So you like trample over with all your excess force and continue to do damage to the opponent. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a similar mechanic that is colloquially known as piercing, except that It's never called piercing on a card. The entire effect is written on every card that's ever used the trample equivalent effect. So, like, consider that in the core sets in Magic the Gathering, which are designed to be like a basic entry point to the game, you might have like a common card that simply has trample, and you might put the reminder text on it because you're trying to get new players to try experiencing the game. And that takes up like a good amount of the text box. So that by itself kind of fills out a card for a basic set. For a more complicated set, trample's been around since the very first Magic set. It's been around for like 30 years. So like people who play Magic know what it does. But like in Yu-Gi-Oh, if you wanted to have like the most basic possible like trample and another effect, all of the trample text has to go on the card because we refuse to shorthand anything other than, and this is true to a comedic effect, a ton of cards in Yu-Gi-Oh interact with the graveyard where you like discard your cards or where things go when they die, which is not uncommon for a card game. But space is such a precious commodity in the text box of a Yu-Gi-Oh card because of the insane way that they write their abilities that after a while they shorthanded graveyard to GY. It was a necessary shorthand to be able to write all these effects that reference the graveyard, that now it's just called the GY, as if it was like a CW show from like 2004. Also, the fact that Yu-Gi-Oh cards are smaller than Magic cards and each one has a novella written on it, yeah, that doesn't help. I mean, like, it's clearly a case where, like, it makes more sense in Japanese. It doesn't make a lot more sense, in my opinion, but, like, because of the way Japanese characters convey information, I think they're able to get a lot more on the smaller card. But, like, boy, Yu-Gi-Oh cards are just a hassle to read. It's just... And like nowadays, because of power creep and the way that designing a card game over a long period of time works, like, you know, it's no longer the case that any one card simply has one ability on it. Now it's like you can only special summon this card on a Tuesday if you control 2 dragons. If you control 3 dragons, when this card attacks, then it does piercing damage. On the turn this card is sent to the graveyard, you can send a card from your graveyard to your extra deck to draw 2 cards. And don't get me started on traps. In the beginning, Yu-Gi-Oh had 3 card types. Creatures, or monsters, which like stuck around and like could attack or defend. Like a lot of card games have some sort of like minion-y unit. Spells, which like just didn't affect right now. Like practically every card game has something that just does that. And then traps, which were like one of their big unique mechanics, which was like you set this face down, you can't use it right away, but like starting on your opponent's turn, if they do some specific thing that would trigger this trap, then you can like interrupt what they're doing to do the trap card. Nowadays, like you could play trap cards from your hand without even putting them on the field. Like the power creep is just insane. Like it's just like all the drawbacks that sort of make trap cards interesting just like don't apply anymore. Like everything just sort of works all the time, always. And then like discarding a monster from your hand is basically a trap, or, you know, just like having certain monsters on the field and like meeting certain conditions, that's also a trap. Like everything in Yu-Gi-Oh is just a trap now. Doesn't help that Yu-Gi-Oh cards are hyper specific and they need to do 4 things. Yeah, I mean that's a big part of it. Like Yu-Gi-Oh conceptually, I think still has a great like core to it, but like it's so far removed now from the things that I think make it an interesting game that like modern Yu-Gi-Oh holds like absolutely no appeal to me at all. Like I still kind of like watching the anime from time to time. Like I didn't manage to finish Brains, but I like watched like 2, I think it's 3 seasons, and I watched like 2 full seasons just like in a short burst. And like even though like I have no context for what the cards do other than them explaining everything, which honestly I still find entertaining because I'm a psychopath. But like playing the game, like absolutely not. Are you kidding me? I also feel like having all the numbers for Yu-Gi-Oh being in the thousands is weird. That's another like cultural thing. Like Japan, at least in particular, loves big numbers. Like almost every like Japanese card game that I'm like aware of, like loves to have things in the like Duel Masters, Yu-Gi-Oh. As far as I know, like every version of the Digimon card game, I think the new ones still do that. Although weirdly, I think Duel Masters is technically developed in the West, but like developed specifically for the East. Like it was made by Wizards of the Coast because like Magic the Gathering was on the decline there, and they still liked the Japanese market, so they made like something that like kind of combines like Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh. And frankly, it's a great game. I have like an old Game Boy Advance cartridge of like a playable subset of those cards and played a decent amount of it, and it's fun. Oh yeah, Cardfight Vanguard definitely has like units that attack in the thousands. Like, what Western developed games tend to like having like an attack stat and a defense stat. Um, Eastern games are much more likely to have just like make a comically large number, and whoever has the biggest number wins the fight. And it just functions as like health and attack. But like again, I'm a student of card games. There's so many like interesting things that have been developed in large and small scale games, and like Japan has come up with like a lot of great things that just like haven't developed into games that have like really stood the test of time. But like honestly, there's like a bunch of cool things about Cardfight Vanguard. Um, Again, Duel Master is sort of like a gray area, but like it has some ideas I really like. Um, but yeah, like I don't know. I'm just surprised that this random new game I've been playing, like it's surprisingly well thought out. It has an absolutely despicably atrocious UI for trying to build a deck. It's like a really deeply inaccessible game for trying to like learn what the cards do because it's like so difficult to like just like sort through the like from my limited experience with it so far, I can't find something that just toggles the cards that I own. So anytime I open like the deck builder or the card collection, it just shows me everything that exists. And like again, I kind of just sat down. So like I'd kind of like to just look at the cards I have and work from there. But like I don't know, I'll probably keep messing around with it for a little while. I think my plans for tomorrow are literally just like put on some background noise and play that game for like 8 hours or something. Like just not engage with society for as much as I can manage. I remember Shadowverse is about as old as Hearthstone. That might be true. I hadn't heard about it until like a recent advertising push on YouTube. But it clearly borrows some interface stuff from Hearthstone. Not everything that matters. Um, but like the way units go on the board and the limited board state and a handful of other things feel very Hearthstone inspired. But like they have like a lot of uniquely developed mechanics that like are actually interesting to play. Sometimes when you play like a random card game that you've never heard of, like they try really hard to like make fetch happen with their mechanics, and you try them and you're like, this is not good. Like it either like is confusing or like feels bad to play or just like is way like imbalanced with the power level of other things that the game does. But like there's only like one of the 8 like factions in the game that like doesn't seem favorite. And I think it may even be like personal preference. I'm not even sure it's underpowered. I just don't like the way it plays. It's an indie card video game that ended up going under Shardbound. I feel like I've heard of Shardbound. Played on a hexagonal grid where you summon monsters. You summon a unit on a grid and move them around. Yeah, I think I've seen someone play that like a while ago. Did it have kind of like pixely art for the monsters? Or maybe that's something else. but I think that might be sharp bound. Really craving cheesecake. Yeah, unfortunately, Cheesecake Factory isn't like close to where I live anymore. I mean, there's like two that are about an hour in different directions, but like can't manage that. Which version of Shadowverse are you playing? EOG or Worlds Beyond? I don't know. I think Worlds Beyond? I'm not sure. Honestly, I just saw the ad like 4 or 5 times. I'm like, honestly, that just sounds like the thing I want. And then I like looked it up on like the iPad store, just downloaded it. Anyway, I don't know why I've been going on about this for so long. I am not sure what the heck I'm doing for uploading the train times. I don't think I'm including that middle segment because it really just like busted my computer. Uh, Maybe that means that I have to truncate something else. I don't know. I'll figure it out at some point. Not tomorrow. Um, is it from the recent advertising? Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure the one I'm playing meshes with the recent advertising, and I think that's Worlds Beyond. I don't really know what the other one is, but I feel like I had heard of Shadowverse before and just didn't really know what it was. Train timetables are off and off. I mean, I guess we'll prove that right. Anyway, let's wrap things up with a good old fashioned game of Secret Squirtle. We got a whole emote for this in chat, but the way the game works is that I like to decorate the room with these glorious stuffed animals of various kinds that you see in the background. Among them, I've hidden some number of Squirtles. If you locate one of these secret Squirtles, it will be an omen of good luck for you in the coming days. So I encourage you to look around and see if you could figure out where I've hidden some Squirtles. Behind the orange egg with horns. I'm assuming you mean this one. Like, he's sort of got horns going on in the middle. Secret Squirtle behind the train. Okay. Top middle. Okay, that guy. Got it. Um, any other guesses? Any other orders of business to comment on card game? I don't know how I got us on that. I just thought I'd share that anecdote because it was like my plans for tomorrow was just like play this ridiculous game with its melodramatic story. I don't know. For some reason, it's like exactly the thing I want right now. Then I know it like probably seems really silly, but I'm like, yeah, more melodrama, more card game. And let me just say, I appreciate um, just the general enthusiasm of a stream at all tonight. Like I know that I have not been on the top of my stream game for the last like month or so. Like I like to be a little more composed. I like to have more interesting things to say. I like to not constantly be on the verge of being like ragingly mad at everything. I'm going through it. I like having the streams be as reliable as possible of a fixture in other people's lives as I can make them. And I know that maybe the stream has not always been what I want it to be, but I appreciate you bearing with me, and it means a lot to me that you watch. Okay, so we got Dragonite on the top shelf. We got Train. We got Dr. Cinder up there. And did you have a guess in there, Demolition? Did I miss that? I don't have any Pikachu, so I don't have a place to assume. Ooh. Oh, you guys Train too. Well, let's start there then. Under this tiny Easter rabbit, and behind the train is not Squirtle, but a different Pokemon. It's our Alolan Sandshrew. I got another one of those coming, spoiler alert. I was trying to decide if I should just like throw a Squirtle behind the train for vibes, but I had really carefully calculated what I wanted the theme for this week to be. And so I wanted to stick to it. And perhaps you can guess the theme when I show you that both are Dragonite and also our dragon had Squirtles going there. Halloween? No, you can pretty much guarantee that sometime between now and Halloween, one of the themes will simply be Halloween. Theme cute? No, that's definitely too broad. I mean, I don't think anything I have out I wouldn't call cute. The dragon theme. I mean, dragon theme ends up being pretty close considering, but you will note that. I mean, I suppose you could also, in a sense, consider our hot chocolate pterodactyl to be a dragon, but this time around, the theme was simply has wings. I realized I had a bunch of things that have wings on them, and I'd never done a wings theme. But it does turn out that a lot of the things I have that have wings are also dragons. Dragonite with his little wings, Dragon Donut. Again, you could sort of argue that like dinosaur is dragon. God, I'm such a big fan of just. I really like the Valentine's Day guys holding good treats, and I love that like two of them are dinosaurs. And in the unspoken canon of my collection of plush, uh, the donut dragon and the hot chocolate pterodactyl are roommates. They're both girls, but they're also Valentine's treat lovers. So like they're a couple, and I don't know why, but it's really important to me that they are a couple. Like I often put them out together at the same time because I feel bad putting out just one and not the other one because they just belong together. The BFF also has wings. It's true, but she's also gigantic. She is so glorious in her girth. Honestly, thought it was another dragon. I mean, it's very dragon-esque, but it's. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're supposed to be a pterodactyl. I bet if we look it up, Shantira, a cool name. Shantira loves to knit. It has enough yarn to build a house. She makes sweaters, hats, blankets, and more. Last year, she knitted her best friends a matching dinosaur-footed pajama suit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a pterodactyl. Oh, so cute. I love the little smile on her. Shantira is such a rad name. If I had a child, I'd name them Shantira because I would hate them, I guess. Side note, good crab pairing. Oh yeah, I made a concerted effort to get them to hold claws. It wasn't extremely easy. Anyway, I've taken too much of your time. I hope you've enjoyed these train games. I'm so sorry I couldn't get station to station to work. It looks really cool. I don't like disrecommend it from the limited amount of screen time I was able to give it before my computer tried to like go nuclear. It seems really cute. Generally the voxel style isn't my favorite like visual, but like it looked like it was doing a great job of like conveying that world, so like I was into it, but like it just did not want to play nice with the streaming, and I'm sorry about that. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching, thanks for being here, thanks for being you, and I hope to see you again soon. Next Friday, I think we're still good for No Sleep for Kaname Date. Next Saturday, I don't know. I'll call that a little bit closer to time. I'm not entirely sure that I'm off trying to make progress in blueprints, but like maybe it's a good stopping point. I don't know. I still have to think about it. You let me know what you want to do in the Discord. Everyone was very helpful in expressing their interest in trains today. It made things a little bit easier. But yeah. Until next time I see you, take care of yourselves, and remember that you are Clawsome.